with every great risk, if you do it well, that's where the reward is.
Today we're having beer with Jane Liu, founder of Showpo.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for having
Welcome
me.
to this table. Prior to founding Showpo, you said that you looked upon yourself as someone without an entrepreneurial drive, that you had no interest in or knowledge about fashion, and no retail experience at all. So what did you have?
I think I had a lot of spite in me because I wanted to prove certain people wrong when my first business failed, and also people that I used to work with who told me that I was an idiot for quitting. So that really gave me a lot of push. But also I think I have good problem solving skills.
Okay.
So and I think that's what really being a good entrepreneur is, just being able to deal with problems at every step along the way, and then also just looking at a core market problem and solving it. And also I think I'm just really a bit stubborn and naive, and I think that's where you need to go and take those big risks.
Two great things.
Yeah. So
what was that core market problem?
Well, I mean, I always thought that back when I used to work in corporate, I would spend most of my time, so I was working as a business analyst at Ernst & Young, but I would spend most of my time just on Facebook, and sometimes I'd be shopping online, and this is back in like 2009, 2010, there's not that much available. I thought there was a market opportunity there, and my first business, we ran these pop-up stores, and I just thought, how could you possibly get frequent new stock coming in all the time in a traditional retail space? Whereas like if you put it online, there's just, I just like thought that was a really good space to go in, but I never thought that I would be going into that.
Because you've never carried traditional brands, right? You've always been straight for the homegrown stuff. Was that always the case?
When I first started, I only knew the kind of like the small wholesale brands that we work with now, the kind of no-name brands, and a lot of it is now like private label. It wasn't a conscious decision, but it's so now private label is where the margin is, and that's how our business has been able to be so stable, profitable, and to grow so quickly. And we've never had to deal with brands, and I think it's very fortunate.
We've laughed in the past about the story of when you quit your big corp job, but didn't have the guts to tell your parents.
Yeah.
So and you were living at home, so you had to get dressed, suit up in the morning, take the bus with your mom, and then you just walked around the city with an empty briefcase, killing time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fun story. But jokes aside, was that a dark time?
Yeah, that was really, really hard because my parents moved from China. They left their jobs to work in factories and work in warehouses, work as cleaners, and then I was the only foreigner at my school, and they just really risked everything. And for me to have to have worked so hard with school and my corporate career to everything that they've wanted, to have just thrown all of that away to sell clothes online. If I didn't succeed, I just didn't even know how I could have dealt with it.
When you had like sales of 5,000 a day, 20,000 a day, 100,000 a day, whatever, what was the top mark when you were still doing everything on your own?
I think, how many orders? We're doing like over 100 orders. I remember like I had to get my mom to chuck a sickie to help me like write envelopes and write thank you notes. And then I found she was like signing them like in her Chinese name, like no mom.
What numbers within Showpo today do you like crunching?
Oh, well, I mean, this is the best number is just sales, because I think
amount of sales or dollar in sales?
Yeah, just dollar in sales, because I think that's just the one we look at every day. You try I don't know, some people say it's not good to look at your numbers every day, but then it's like, if you're not reaching budget, then you want to know what you've done right, and you want to know what you've done wrong, right?
You've said before that you are a proof of the fact that if you can do it, then anyone can.
Yeah.
And I've told you before that I call bullshit on that. Because I mean, you could look at the Showpo timeline and see some very clear and sane and smart business decisions along the way that really sort of proved your cause. I mean, you had a couple of brick and mortar stores that were profitable that you shut down.
Yeah, that seems like a dumb decision because you're making good money there, but then we realized, okay, the opportunity cost in the long run of focusing attention on bricks and mortar, which we know is slowly dying. Whereas like if we put out, and we were like very leanly run at the time, so it's not like we had spare resources to put on both.
No.
If we focus our attention on online sales, we're like, there's way more potential there. So it's like ripping off a band-aid, you just got to do it and just don't look back.
One thing that I found really interesting about Shopper is that from the start, let's just say like your online, you've been very online, but your online presence has never been that good looking. I mean, like visually, and I'm not saying it's crap. I'm just saying that it's been clear that you've had other priorities, like you know, efficiency, sales, like what do the customer want, that kind of stuff. And still today, like you're not the most beautiful, you're not maybe not going to win web design prizes, right? But you are super efficient. And I find that interesting because from a founder's perspective, it's obviously really easy to get stuck in the whole, is that logo or that logo, or is that shade of grey better, you know, that kind of stuff. And you just delay everything rather than having the customers actually tell you. I mean, does that come from you personally?
Yeah, I mean, I think with the original website, you know, it was something that I built by myself overnight. And then the second website on BigCommerce, we spent $700 on it. And, you know, now we're spending a lot on web dev, but I have a 70-30 approach to business. So it's about doing the big things first. Like you want to A/B test, you want to look at numbers before you make those decisions. For sure.
If you keep growing like you do now, when are you at 100 million?
2020. We're past the $30 million run rate, which is very exciting.
Was that a good party?
We're having a big end of financial year party.
All right.
So
I will look at that as an invitation.
Yeah.